Hello, my name is Bam Bam, and this is my first video. I did a compilation of a first pennies box opening, and I really wasn't a fan on how I was doing things, and so I decided to change things up and make things a lot better. So, let me explain a few things. I am going to be searching everything from pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, halves, and dollars, dollar coins, dollar currencies. Eventually, I'd like to possibly do a couple of wraps of 20s, at some point. Now, what the video is for today is I'm going to get you guys caught up. I've already done one box, and out of the 140 for the 1909 to 1958 copper, we got 16 in the first video. Now, I have a second book here, and this is basically going to be the third best finds. And then I have Lincoln Cents. This book is amazing. I've already started filling it. This is not just from penny hunts, but this is from anything that I've had since I was actually a kid. I used to save wheat cents because I thought they were cool when I was growing up. Obviously, I don't have many on the first page, and obviously I'm missing a lot of nice important ones. But obviously as the book goes on, excuse the glare, it's starting to fill in pretty good. And I've basically got these little tabs so I can pull out the clear plastic. I am kind of happy with, like this page in the 60s and 70s. I found some recently in a few box hunts that I've done, and I've put them to the side, and they have come out pretty clean. So I don't really think I'm going to be grading anything as far as, unless it's just came out of a roll, and I think it would get something very high. But for the most part, I would love to fill this Dansko book. This Dansko book is amazing. It's got some extra slots. Now, the big problem that I'm going to have is the San Francisco mints. You can find a lot of San Francisco mints in the, mostly the 80s and older, because I don't, they didn't come in mint sets. So, for example, here's a 44S, 46S, 45S, and so forth. But my main goal, like I said, is I want to complete this book. Also, I will not take anything out of book one unless I have a replacement. So book one is not necessarily going to be the exact finds that I get during the penny hunt. It is going to be the years that I get from here while I'm hunting. Now, if I have something, that I can swap between book 1, 2, and the Dansko book, I will, but I'm only going to be filling whatever is found during these hunts. And currently, in book 1, this whole left side's blank, which is crazy. But we did have 16 finds, and I'm not going to keep the ugliest of ugly. I'm just basically going to fill this for the hunts. I think it's fun. This is actually something that I just got into. It actually kind of somewhat takes me back to my childhood, because I did do a lot of, savings of bicentennial quarters and, just different random stuff. So it does kind of take me back. So, book 1 is going to be second place quality. Book 2 is going to be third place quality. And then I have all these these are all Wheaties in here. And then I'm just basically going to collect as many Wheaties as I can and sell them or trade them or whatnot. So, let's go ahead, and this does not have a hold bottom like I wish it had, but I'm going to go ahead and crack this top and really hope that it's not all brand new pennies. I got this from KeyBank, and okay, we have a circulated box. And I see some copper ends. Oh, would you look at that? Canada, right on the end. All right, no big deal. I've got a collection of Canadian coins that I'm putting together. Now, in the first box, I did also find this. This is a 1944 Canadian penny, which I thought was pretty cool. But even cooler than that, something I've never seen or gotten change, is this. And when I saw this side, I had no idea. Oh man, I wish this would come in a little bit better. Let me see if I can focus this a little bit. Do a little bit better. There we go. It's a 1 cent Barbados penny. So I thought that was pretty cool to find. Again, I'm finding Canadian coins and so forth periodically, but that's perfectly fine. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is put these books on the side, and I'm probably going to sit this up a little bit so it sits better. And I thought I saw an old year. But anyways, we're going to set this up and then see what we find. I do have a Tom Love in the back. I'll be checking for different varieties, seeing if there's any doubling or anything crazy of that nature that I need to look under the scope, looking for 98 through 2000 wide AMs, 92 cams, all sorts of stuff. If anything oddball comes up and I need to talk about it, I'll definitely put it on the side, but we're going to go ahead and, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull first roll. Nope. I will bring you back in as soon as I get a find, or maybe the whole box is a skunk box. Who knows? This is the fun part. I'll bring you back. Well, on my first roll, it kind of exploded out of my hand, but it looks like we have a wheat penny and 1943. Let me go ahead and turn on my Tom Love. We'll look at this together. Oh, 1941. I guess I should take off my glasses. It's in a little bit of rough shape, but for the most part, I mean, it looks, it's got all the letters and stuff. But yeah, it's probably been ran over or whatnot. Since I have this here, I might as well just take a quick little gander. I don't see anything else, so let me look for any variety. Oh, hold up. There's another one here. This one looks a little bit better shaped than the last one. We'll flip her over and we'll look at the year together. 1944D. Okay. I don't see anything crazy, any doubling or anything of that nature. But yeah, 2 in 1 roll. I'll take it. All right, I will see if there's anything else, and I will Canadian. That's fine. I will bring you back if there's anything else left in the next rolls. All right, guys. So on roll number 5 of this box, about halfway, I saw this and was like, man, this thing's wrecked. But I started bringing it up, and I actually found a 1947 S, which I have never found a S wheat penny before. So that was pretty cool to find. I'll have to look up to see what this is not worth, because this thing is trash. But yeah, one little find. 5 rolls in. Let's see what else we can do. Alright, welcome back. I am actually on roll number 7, it looks like. And we got our first Wheatie finally. Oh, let me get rid of this. Alright, first Wheatie. See how she looks. Almost full wheat bands. A little bit of damage. And Mucky Muck on the In God We Trust. Oh, we got a 1950 San Francisco. Okay. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure what I have for San Frans in the book, or what I don't. I did want to bring this up. I did get another Canadian 1970. And then I wanted to show you this. I gotta inspect that a little bit better. It's most likely damaged, but that would be a horrible thing on, or well, it'd be a great thing on a 2005 if this was a die crack. I'm pretty sure that's damaged, but I set it aside just to show you that, you know, damage like this, if it is a die crack, you know, it could have some potential value. So I'm going to leave that on the side. And then one more thing I wanted to go over. I can never one hand open this. It's annoying. So in 1982, there was a transitional year from copper to zinc. And zinc pennies weigh 2.5-ish. Sometimes a little bit lighter, sometimes a little bit heavier, but that 2.5. Let me pull out. If it is a copper, 3.1 is the range, plus or minus a little bit. So you'll know if you have a copper, you know, based upon the weight. So my little side coins here that I like to do is anything that's 83, 84, and anything that my fingers feels like it could be a potential copper, I like to pull to the side, weigh it, because there's even been a copper planchet from, I believe it was 1990. So again, in the minting game, anything is possible. So I basically will just weigh these out. If you get an 82, you can get a 2.5 or a 3.1, because again, that was a transitional year. And, you know, in the book, they do have copper and zinc for 82 for all San Fran, Denver, and Philadelphia. So yeah, so that's just a little something that I like to do as far as making sure that I'm dividing up my copper from my zinc, because I do pull all copper, and you know, I just keep the copper to the side. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to the hunt. We are, like I said, 7 rolls in. I was really hoping for something a little bit faster, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I was in the middle of watching a stream, so I decided to start collecting some of the Wheaties on the side and do a multiple, you know, 1 cent check. And I had already pulled 3, and there is another one. One of them was facing, but I didn't get to see the year. And it looks like we are at roll number 13. So this is roll 13. We're only at the 1, but we're at 5 now. So that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and take a quick little look here, and we'll see how the wheat. Okay, decent wheats. Decent Wheaties, not bad. All right, let's take a look. Liberty. Okay, so we got a 1950 Philly. This coin has definitely seen better days, but still a cool find. Don't see any doubling, but that's fine. On to the next one here. We got not too bad on the wheats for details. Still, you know, quite a bit of damage. Every time that I, don't check the year and then I get to the bottom here, I'm like, oh, please show me VDB on there. Because that would mean it would be a 1909. We've got no doubling. We've got Liberty and a 1953. I'll also be checking at the end of this for any possible varieties as far as maybe double mint marks or DDOs, just to be 100% sure. But that's cool. And then we've got this one is seen better days. Let's see what year it is. I almost thought that was maybe a die crack in between the GNO and God. Nothing really. All right, so we got a 58, which, by the way, a 58 with double die markings on the In God We Trust, Liberty. I don't think it was on the year or the mint mark, but this was, just sold the other day for over $1 million this year. So, yeah, that would have been a cool little find. I probably would have taken $300,000 for it in that condition, anyways. And oh my Lanta. A dog must have got a hold of this. Holy cannoli. Wow. Alright. Well, let's see the year. Oh, no. Definitely, 52S. I always want my San Franciscos when I get them to be really good condition because, lower mintage. Yeah, nothing I see. It looks like he's ready for, he's got some Indian war paint on his face. I mean, oh my gosh. All right, well, we are at 5 finds. We got plenty of rolls to go. I've been re-rolling everything. Yeah. A Canadian is the only foreign still. And yeah, let's see where... Oh! I almost forgot. So I have been looking at this a bunch of times. I don't have any examples that I could find online, and that was just quickly looking. But I have looked at this under the scope, and I have also looked at it under a loop, and this almost looks like it is a die crack. If it is a die crack, that's going to be very interesting. I've never really found a die crack, so I went on Wexler, which is doubledie.com, and there was no examples for this particular situation. So hopefully this is a die crack. I'm not going to say it's a discovery die crack, but I'm going to look at it more thorough, probably in a much brighter light, and see if there's anything I can see. But from what I can tell, there's no damage on the O specifically, and it does look like it's a raised line, but not, too terrible. So anyways, I guess more to come with that. And yeah, let's get through these couple thousand. All right, we are back and we are roll 17, so not too bad. Just checked everything. We are now up to 3 Canadians. There's the 5 that we found so far, and then got these 2. And this one looks kind of minty fresh, so we're going to save that one for next. This one... oh, I'm a little blurry on here. Hold up. There we go. A little crisp. All right, so let's check the year. I do not see any crazy doubling. I think it's just a little blurry because, 51 San Francisco. Again, I'll be checking any varieties, on the list. I don't see anything crazy with the dates. And here we go. This one actually looked really good. And that might be a little grease strike error, which unfortunately doesn't really do anything. But, I'm always looking for an addition to the book. Hopefully something. Let's see what year we are. So I don't see any doubling there. Liberty. All right, so we're at the 58 Denver. That actually, I'm gonna have to take a look at this one. It's either damage or it might be a die chip on the 8. You probably can't exactly tell from here, but yeah, that might be a die chip. I'm gonna have to look at that one closer. But last year, Denver Mint, no real doubling. We're moving on. All right, well, I've restacked the next one, and this one had 2. So let's take a quick look. How we looking on the back? Got some pretty good, decent full wheats. Not too bad. Let's see what the year is and hope for some double die. A 58 Philly. And I don't see any wild doubling that would make us millionaires. So that's going to go into the pile. And this one, I had one at the head of the roll and one at the back. So that was pretty cool. I don't see anything really crazy. So nothing looks like it's been run over, which is good. We've got no doubling. Just a regular slick and a 56 Philly. So 2 Phillies in that roll. Not too bad. 2 in a roll is pretty good. I have never gotten 3 in a roll. That would be the 92 Chicago Bulls. That'd be epic. Anyways, there we're at roll 19. Let's see what we can find next. All right, well, I decided to collect some Wheaties as I was going through this. Looks like we're just over halfway through the box. We are on roll number 26 right now, and I found a 4th Wheatie. So, yeah, there was nothing else in here. I pushed it to the side, so let's take a look here and see what we got. Hasn't been launched out of a dump truck and run over, so that's good. Let's see what year we got. I'm going to guess 48. 53. So close. 53, not bad. A little slick. I don't see any, random DDO or anything, so we're going to add that to the group. And we'll go here. See what this one is. This one looks a little more beat up, but... yeah, it's not in the greatest shape. Oh, yeah. That is some juicy damage. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Little slick. 1952 Denver. All right. I don't see anything that would look like an error. No double mint mark or doubling in the date or anything else. All right. This one. You know, roughly about the same. You know, just a normal Wheatie. I don't see any doubling. Liberty. And another 1950. I think this is our third 1950. And for the last one, let's take a look here. Pretty much the same, similar condition issues. Been around the block a time or two. And I'm going to have to look. Let me rub that off. It's nothing. And we got a 1946 with a smushed 19. All right. Well, Abe's head has been and seen better days, I'm sure. Yeah. So there we go. That brings us to 13 on the box. I'm just putting them in piles. We've got 4 Canadians now and 24 more rolls to go through. Yeah, so I'll probably collect a few more in the next few rolls and then show them off and see what we got. All right, well, that's one. And then I just found one. I am so grateful that these are all rear facing because, you know, I don't want to cheat. So for this go, I've got 6. They were all rear facing, which is amazing. So let's take a look at the back. Seen better days. What's the year? 1944S. Oh my gosh, that is the first. I don't have any S's. This is actually the second one that I've ever gotten. So yeah, that's amazing. Number 2. Pretty good back, not too damaged. And I think the first one in this list, or in this grouping, 1946, nice. Might be an older one. I'm no expert, but, you know, it looked like it had kind of that older look to it. So we'll have to see. Back's not too bad on that one. We got a 57, the second to the last year, and Abe's just been totally beat up. That's all right. And this one, not too bad. Pretty good. I'm always scanning at the bottom since I don't know, you know, the year, or I try not to look at the year. I want to see a VDB engraved and then just know that that should be the 1909. We got a 53, 2 years off of a double die that I'd like to have. And the back on this one. Oh, this one actually looks pretty clean. This one looks pretty clean. All right, let's take a look. Pretty good solid. And it's another 56 Denver. All right. And for the last one that I kind of have a feeling it might be a little, well, now I'm looking at it. It doesn't look that old, I guess. But we'll see. Probably a 40s. Yep, we got a 1944. All right. Well, on that note, I will finish up. And I actually do have a few other coins over here that I did get that are kind of neat. I've got 6 rolls left. If I get more than 5, you know, great. I am collecting all the S-Mint marks that I get, so um, so yeah, so we'll wrap up at the end of this video. All right, everybody, everything's weighed. Everything that I thought was copper is not copper. There's the leftover pennies. I don't think I've got any additions to the main book. I will be adding to this one and any leftovers and the dates. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of ads, which is really nice. I believe 8 new ads. I did change out one for a better looking date. But yeah, I mean, decent little start. You know, most of the stuff is going to be on the right in the 40s and 50s. But I did get something on the left, 1925, 140 million made. Wish I would have found a little bit rare date. You know, 1942 or 24D would have been really nice. But so yeah, so there's the book and the final numbers for update reasons or update purposes. 2 boxes. We got 24 out of the 140, which is actually pretty decent. First box we scored 16 Wheaties. Second box we scored 21. So not really bad. I'm kind of curious what it's going to be when we get closer to, you know, I kind of want to average out maybe every like 20, 25 boxes just to kind of see what an average is. Hopefully we don't get anything that's like newly minted, you know, like all 2023s or 2022s, but I mean, that's possible. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. I will make the videos better as I learn more on how to do all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks again.